What's going on? I'm AnokhiTheOne, back with another video, and in this video I will be doing I keep saying I'm gonna do something different, so I'm gonna stop saying I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna just do what I'm gonna do. How about that? In this video I'm going to be responding to the whole fresh and fit fiasco that's been going on that had to do with colorism. I'll play the clip real quick.
I mean, hey, bro, if you want to date a bunch of Shaniquas, go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
Yeah, like me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that. Man. We ain't night riders.
Nah,
so
bro, I'm good.
You know, sometimes if they're, you know, red bone, but like in general, me and Fresh don't dabble in the dark, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna do this a little different. This is experiences that I've had in my life, and I know a lot of women who have had these mind-boggling experiences with men who are the exact same complexion as us, or if not darker than us, talking about how they can't deal with women that are the same color as them, and then proceed to say a bunch of stereotypes.
I ain't gonna lie, just keeping it real. I don't really date black girls. It's not because like most black girls are like annoying, how to put this, ratchet, and they don't know how to like be reserved.
As if we can't just sit up there and be like, you know what, I don't want to date no black man because he might shoot me in my head if we date, which is, you know, statistically a threat. Or yeah, he might not get the education that he needs so we can actually build together, or, you know, he might abandon me and my children, or we could easily just come back with all kinds of, and also I'm not even noticing, it happens so much that I feel like a lot of us are kind of like numb to it, because even in conversation, if a black man feels any kind of threatened by us from whatever we're saying, if we're just having an intellectual conversation, one of the first things they want to say is, one, you just hate black men, or two, see, this is why black men don't date black women anymore, because that's their go-to. That's their go-to. And you know, a lot of people want to keep this narrative of that successful black women are, and when I say black, I don't like the term black because it doesn't represent who we are. I mean, black represents death. It represents demise and terrible things. The word black, okay? Let's be specific. I'm talking about Aboriginal American woman, copper-colored women from the United States of America for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. That's who I'm specifically talking about, because racist women in other areas, they don't have the same particular issues as us. And I think it's very interesting that, for one, trying to embarrass us specifically, I'm talking about Aboriginal American women, is so profitable in the world. It's very profitable. It's highly promoted. You have white, and not only is embarrassing us profitable, but appropriating us is profitable. You have white men trying to be us on social media and blown up. You have black men trying to be us blown up on social media. You have Latino women. You have white women. You have all kinds of women trying to be us. And when I say us, I mean Aboriginal, copper-colored American women. Okay, and more. And I feel like a lot of it is Southern women too, but just kind of all of us, right? They're being caricatures of us, and it's highly profitable, highly promoted. Okay, but then when you want to talk to us about us, the actual individuals that y'all are constantly copying, constantly profiting from, even the pages like Kevin Samuels' page. Who was watching Kevin Samuels until he decided he want to have black women come on his show and have a conversation and embarrass a lot of black women? But until he put black women into his show, who was watching Kevin Samuels? What? Kevin who? Kevin who? No, you didn't know nothing about it. Okay, so and a lot of people are asking, why are people so comfortable? Why are these men so comfortable talking like this and saying these types of things? And, you know, and I thought about it, because I made a video about it just being reactive, but I don't want to be reactive. I actually want to respond. Okay. And I thought about it, And I thought about it. And to be completely honest, the only thing that really makes sense is they're threatened. They're threatened. They're threatened. And I'm not talking about just black men, but black men are largely threatened by us. And a lot of black men will admit it. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot. Some black men will admit it. Okay, and I'm not saying all black men are threatened, even though y'all don't have a problem saying
most black girls are like annoying, how to put this, ratchet, and they don't know how to like be reserved.
Y'all don't have a problem feeling so comfortable saying all these blanket statements about us. But if we say anything about y'all, oh my God. We don't even have to say anything and y'all just go off. It just be so crazy. And again, the only thing I can think of is that y'all are threatened. Now, from my experience in life, my experience as an entrepreneur, my experience before I came out when I was being more feminine, I look more feminine as a more feminine black woman. More feminine black women are the most threatening thing known to man. I mean, it's crazy. It's even, you would think I would get more issues in a masculine frame. I wouldn't even say I get more issues, really. I kind of get issues from black men, but I mean, I can go back and forth with black men because I'm used to that whole banter with basketball and stuff like that. But people are so threatened I have chills, by feminine black women. It's ridiculous. Constantly trying to gaslight. Oh my God. Oh, I can't stand it. I deal with it sometimes, but it's just like being gaslighted in normal everyday situations is the most annoying thing. We have to be so zen. It's either we have to be so zen, or it's like people just want to do the most stupidest things to just make us go completely off, as anybody would in that situation. But because of the color of our skin and they just think that, you're going to try us. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that more on the video when I talk about Asian doll and different things like that. But it's just like, and the point I was going to make is, where we are in America at this point, we're in competition with white men. We are in competition with the white men. Okay, we're competing with white men. Black men, they're competing with us. Let's just be honest. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. This is from my experience, and I'm not talking about the older, because I spend a lot of time with older black men and different things like that. But I'm talking about modern men. Modern black men, a lot, not all, but a lot of the average modern black men, he is in competition with the modern black women, and the modern black women is in competition with the white men. That's just completely, whether it comes to education, whether it comes to building their businesses, or in these corporations and in corporate America. They walking down with their Chanel purse, walking down the hall, and they are competing with white men. They are threatening white men's positions. Okay, we are threatening white men's positions. Okay, we're not even thinking about y'all like that. We're not thinking about y'all like that. Okay, and then the times when we're in the room with y'all, and I'm not gonna speak for all women. I'm just speaking in my experience. Room with y'all. From my experience as an entrepreneur and a business person, and I'm not big into corporate America, but I have been in corporations as an entrepreneur and somebody working in it. But we be so happy to see y'all. We be happy to see y'all. And what happens? The same thing that be happening on the internet all the time. Instead of y'all being happy to see us, y'all want to try to lower our status, lower our value, devalue us so you can feel better while you're pandering to the white man. I see it all the time, and it makes my skin crawl. Now, I don't see this with my dad's generation, some of them, but like 40 and up, 50, my grandpa, they're not pandering. They was competing with white men. Y'all modern men? Oh Oh my God, it's disgusting how y'all be kissing their asses. Y'all be kissing white men's ass. I can't stand it. Y'all be kissing white men's ass. Y'all be kissing Asian men's ass. Y'all be kissing Latino men's ass. But then when y'all not in the room with them, y'all want to be talking about them like, oh yeah, I can't stand white men. And they always trying to keep it down. What? Keep the same energy. Keep that same energy. See, the only the only time y'all have that energy where y'all want to keep the same energy when you talk about people behind their back and in front of their face, the only time y'all have that energy is with us. And we the main ones cutting and cutting for y'all in the streets for y'all. Raising y'all by ourselves. Like, we the main ones. And that's what happens. Like they say, familiarity breeds contempt, right? Because you have somebody who, you know, they have your back no matter what, unconditional, you get to, it's just a very toxic, abusive relationship that I mean, from what I've seen. Like, if we talk about socially, it just seems like a very toxic relationship. It's where, you know, these people, they want to be able to have everybody. It's that type of toxic relationship. They want to be with the Latinos. They want to be with the blacks. They want to be with the whites. They want to be with the Asian, Middle Eastern, everybody. They want to be with everybody, but they don't want you to be with nobody but them. They don't want to hear it. They don't want you with women. They don't want you with white men, black men, Asian men, nothing. They want you to be stuck with them. And if you're not with them, then they're trying to outwardly scream and yell that black women have no value. Run from them. Don't go to this is why we don't like black women, because they're sneakless, they're ghetto, they have an attitude, they're masculine, they're too successful for us, they don't need us, and they can pay their own bills, they're independent, they're raising their own kids by themselves, and we can't deal with any of it. No, I'm talking about, I'm done. Y'all ain't my preference, no way. My preference is women, and that's the thing too. Just me being a lesbian, if like I'm having a conversation and somebody's like, and I spend a lot of time in those spaces just because I spend a lot of time with black men. Period. Most of the time I spend is with men, old 40 and up men, white men, Latino men, but mostly black men 40 and up. So the stuff that I be saying, it don't just be out of nowhere. Like, I be having conversations with men who got it together. They don't have a problem getting women. They don't have a problem. They don't walk around whining about black women. They don't. They just don't. Right? And so I have these conversations because these are conversations I'm having in real life. And if somebody's like, well, see, that's why you probably ain't got no boyfriend and no husband now. And I'm like, well, I don't have one because I don't like, y'all ain't my I'm lesbian. I'm not trying to be with any of y'all no way. But, and when you say something simple like that, now they want to have a preference, and they want their preference to be not black women, and they want to go down the list of why they don't like black women instead of going down the list of why they like the races that they prefer. But if I just say I'm a lesbian, oh my God, I hate black men, I was hurt as a child, I hate myself. How I hate myself when I like myself? I like women like me. Not only do I like women, but I prefer black women or Aboriginal American women. How is that self-hating? What you talking about? Right? You see how that goes? You see how that's crazy? Right? They can't handle it. So in this video, I'm going to show other races of men talking about why they prefer black women. And I'm going to talk about why I prefer black women. Because, you know, one thing I know I'm never going to see, and I have not seen, okay, you know, these men, they're not going to put a white man who exclusively dates black women on their show and ask him, why do you prefer black women? You never, oh my God. I literally search and try to find a podcast, an interview, or anything. If you're a white man out there and you want to be interviewed and you only date black women, hit me up because we're going to do this interview, because they're not trying to do that. They're constantly trying to bring white women on here on their thing, talking about why they prefer black men to boost their ego. They're constantly having other black men asking the question, well, why do you think high value black men don't date black women? High value black men date whatever type of woman they want to date, period. Now, there are some that say, I prefer not. Okay, you could do that. Don't nobody care about that. I feel like y'all be unprovoked saying that all the time. And I feel like y'all say it as if it's a badge of honor.
I ain't gonna lie, just keeping it real. I don't really date black girls.
But to other races and to everybody outside of y'all look stupid. You make yourself look stupid. You're making yourself look stupid because nobody else does that. I'd never hear a white man saying, I prefer I don't date white women because if anything, they'll say this is why I got in a relationship with this person. Had nothing to do with their race. It just so happened to be compatible and we fell in love. That's what I hear a lot. Same thing with black women. You rarely ever hear I've never heard a black woman in my entire life say, I don't date black men because X, Y, Z, D, 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 A, B, C. I've never heard that. I've never heard any other race of people. I've never heard anybody besides Aboriginal, copper-colored men in America. That's just, y'all the only ones. So something ain't right with that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start it off by saying why I prefer Aboriginal, copper-colored women in America. Okay, American women. Okay, which y'all prefer black women. I don't like the term black. Y'all know I've broken it down many times, but I'll say why I prefer us. Okay, I prefer us because for one, there is, I like the fact that everybody is threatened. I like that. I like when the person I'm attracted to walks into the room and other people are threatened. I like that. I like that. I like that, we can be strong together. Like, this is somebody I can really see myself building with. I don't have to sit there and explain a whole lot to her because we relate. We're compatible, culturally compatible, and compatible in all kinds of different ways, right? I prefer us because there is something magical. There's something magical. And a lot of people are scared of that. A lot of people are threatened by that. But to me, it's attractive. And the more I've healed, the more attractive that specific aspect of, Aboriginal women is, because it's powerful. It's spiritual. It could be healing. And not that I want that type of relationship for healing, because I feel like that could be toxic. But I feel like it is a healing thing. And a lot of people don't want to be healed. A lot of people genuinely hate themselves, like especially their race, right? And so for me, I love everything about I've studied it deeply, and I don't really like race too much, but when it comes to the cultural aspect of an Aboriginal American woman, okay, power, fire, okay, help to build this country in so many ways that people don't want to recognize, okay. When I go and study history, I see copper-colored women being highlighted, being put as statues because they represented, they are the soul of America. We are the soul of America. We are the mother. We're the mother. It don't matter where you go. It don't matter where you go in the world. We're the mother. We're the mother. Y'all come from us. Y'all come from us. So to me, that is beautiful. That's powerful. Okay, there's so many different things. When it comes to the mindset and the energy of not giving any excuses, because don't nobody give a damn. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. As a Aboriginal woman, it's either you're going to be sad and you're going to cry in a corner, or you're going to willow away and fall apart and disappear and be sitting in a corner crying your whole life, or you gonna get all your shit and you gonna make it happen regardless. That make it happen regardless. And yes, I feel like it's beautiful that this generation is also, not only are we make it happen regardless, but we're also going back and healing those different things. We're making sure we're better parents. We're making sure we can make the next generation have less generational curses so they don't have to go through the same struggles as us. And I'm not saying all of us, but that's a huge thing that's happened. We're embracing our bodies. We're embracing our hair. What? Yes. Yes, I don't want to have to explain too much about my damn hair to nobody. It's a lot. Okay, so that's why I prefer, and I didn't think this through, this whole why I prefer before I started. So what you're getting is how I really feel. But from all that, like I said, we need to really decode from the matrix. I'm open to all types of races of people, but again, my preference is Aboriginal women, American women, more specifically from the South or Cali. Them Cali women is sexy. But I like me some Southern. Okay? I like the Southern women, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Texas. Woo! That's my preference right there. Now, do I need to go down the list of why I don't prefer white women? I could, but I don't. There's like a specific type. I don't like all kinds of. I'm not one of those, like how these black men. I don't prefer black women, but then they'll go with a white woman. And so many people have made this point, but a hot mess white woman that these white men don't want. Hot mess Latino that these Latino men, they not messing with. Unless you actually a high value man. Y'all trying to have this high value energy, but you're not. You're looking silly out here. At least when black women get with a white man, the white man 9 times out of 10 gonna look good. He gonna be groomed. He gonna look good. Not only that, but she gonna help him look better. Y'all don't be helping these women look better. Y'all don't be helping them look no better. Black women be helping these white men look better. Let me take you to the barbershop, my cousin barbershop right here. Let me get you tailored with this nice suit. And okay, oh yeah, okay, yes, oh yes. Y'all don't be doing that with these women. I'm sorry. Anyway. So let's let these men talk about why they prefer us. I'll see y'all after this.
When I'm with a black woman, I can be myself fully. Mm-hmm. I can be into what I'm into. I don't have to worry about anything.
There's no awkward jokes.
No, yes, it's awkward. Okay, I've been around white people when I wasn't dating them, like just say at work or school or whatever. And there's always like a racial stereotype brought up or something weird, and then I have to put someone in their place, and it's tough. It's weird, and I don't want to be in that situation. I don't want to be dating someone and the girl is saying like awkward things,
racist things
about black people or racist things, and I gotta explain and school her, because I don't want to be with someone that is uneducated about that. Yeah. Who is the most educated about their own culture is the individual. So being with somebody like yourself, it just makes things a lot easier. I don't have to ever go through the uncomfortable stages or worry about they got a racist uncle, or you know what I'm saying, or their father doesn't accept, you know, my children possibly. Like imagine that. That's crazy to think. So that is one of the reasons I think I gravitate towards black women. Okay. On top of that, other reasons could be, like I told you before.
Like fat booties.
No, that is more of a... There's a fine line between preference and fetish. What is it? Fetish sizing or whatever? I'm not here as... It's not a fetish to me. I think I find a lot of the intelligence and non-physical things attractive too. Like I told you before, I find black women very strong, confident, and I feel like a lot of times they gotta go through a lot more than a white woman, because you already have the gender inequalities and things women have to deal with, but when you add the racial aspect on top of it too, that's a real strong woman. You gotta deal with a lot of crap. And it's attractive that black women are so strong and they can overcome all these things. It makes me proud to see that, and I think it kind of translates into my life too. Me being stronger, me being, you know what I'm saying? Is it making sense? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's making sense.
Hey guys, I wanted to do a video today that kind of explains why I like black women. Well, let me correct that. I don't like them, I love them. And I've never been with any other race but a black woman. And I don't think I ever will be. I can say that pretty confidently. It all started for me back when I was 5 years old. I used to play out here in the backyard, and there was a girl that lived right across the street, right over here, and she was a little black girl named Lakeisha.
Go for it, man.
LaQuisha.
And I would be out here playing Army Men or something, and she'd come through the gate over here and always wanted to play with me. So my stepdad used to always say, he used to always say, why don't you start hanging out with Lakeisha more? Why don't you go over to her house or something? And I'd always say, no, I ain't gonna do that. And he'd say, boy, she likes you. And I knew she did, but she used to always call me JoJo. So that's kind of where I picked that nickname up from. She'd say, JoJo. But I don't know. I mean, I went over to her house one time and watched Queen of the Damned, and I really, really enjoyed that movie a lot. When I saw Aaliyah as a vampire, let me tell you, I don't know if you call it a fetish or whatever, but I have always had some type of thing about black girl vampires ever since. To me, it was so hot, so sexy, that after that I kind of started liking Lakeisha, and then she basically moved away shortly after, and I found my first heartbreak at 5 years old. I was very heartbroken over her moving away, and so but ever since then, I guess that kind of started a spark in my life, and I've just liked black women ever since. Now, the things that I like about them are, first of all, the skin color. I love, love, love their skin. It is so beautiful, so smooth looking. It doesn't age like my skin is aging. I'm 27, and I know people older than me, and they look better than me. And I mean, you look at black women even in their 90s, in their 80s and 90s, and they barely have any wrinkles. So that is something to be very proud of.
Like, me and Fresh aren't really down with the brown like that.
Man.
We ain't night riders.
No.
2, their lips. Lips are a very big physical attraction for me. I love a girl that has big lips, bigger lips. I just think it's better. That's just my preference, Some of you might not like big lips, but I do. I like, there's more to kiss, and there's just all around better. I think it makes a woman look so much better. What else? Their hair. That's a big one too. I love their hair. I love the texture of it. I love the way it looks. I love the way that some girls can make it into a big old afro. And most of all, I enjoy the natural hair. I think a lot of girls that I have dated have been very scared to wear their hair natural. But I think that as time goes on, this generation is kind of letting their hair go more natural, back to the way God made them, and I think that's just beautiful. I rep that 100%. I support that 100%. And of course, I mean, there's their bodies. I think they have the best looking bodies out of all races, but we're not going to get into that. They're more than just their bodies. They're more than just their physical appearance. Now, other than their physical appearance, I love the way black women put so much soul into everything. I think they can cook better than any other woman. This is just my opinion, so don't cut my head off in the comments. I mean, if you got something bad to say, keep it to yourself. This is just my opinion, okay? Don't get all offended about it. You know, you might think that Mexican women cook better or Chinese women, and that's fine. You can think that. But to me, I just think that soul food and black women, they cook the best. So, also, when I look at the the history of a black woman, you know, I mean, all women had hard times back in the, you know, whenever the women's rights was going around and all that. I don't really know much about it, but when women couldn't vote and didn't have equal rights as a man, yeah, that's tough for all women, but it was even tougher for black women, you know, because not only were they a woman, but they're also black, and they're still dealing with racism and things like that. So you have these big figures in history like Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman and, you know, all these women who made a difference in our world and made the world, made America what it is today for other black women. So, you know, we got to appreciate that. And I just love everything about a black woman. There's nothing that I don't like. After many years of long, hard research, many hours of studying, and many nights of sleepless nights, I have found that there is absolutely nothing I don't like about a black woman.
I'd definitely say that you are the most introspective person that I've ever known. Huh. So, it's not just because you're black that we have a lot of depth to our relationship.
Okay.
It's because of who you are. Okay. There's a lot of soul-searching, deep dive that you constantly do and that you challenge me to, that I think would not be present to the level that it is with most black women.
Okay.
The thing is, like, white woman, in my experience, black woman other than you, like, you're off the screen charts.
As it relates to communication?
As it relates to communication and self-reflection and wanting to know why behind things.
So you're saying in your experience you think black women are more introspective?
Yeah. I think black women are more introspective. I think, what's the way to put it? I just think black people have been through more in America than white people have.
Okay.
And I think that as a result, white people have gotten by with more surface level talk all of their life.
Okay.
As a generality.
Okay.
Than black people have.
Okay, it's in general, okay.
Than black people have. I know me personally, like, my family is very surface level, and I'm not saying that all white families are like that.
Okay.
But my family was, and the folks that I grew up around were.
When you say surface, break it down just a little bit more.
Just talks that are, like, not deep. Like, this happened today, this is the weather, sports, movies, who are you talking to, who are you hanging out with, and not like, what are y'all talking about? What are y'all doing when y'all go to this person's house? Like, how do you feel about that your sister is getting married? Like, we didn't talk about feelings much.
Okay.
We didn't talk about the reasons why, and we didn't analyze societal stuff. And I think that black people, since they have lived a more dramatic, maybe is not the right word, but that's the word I'm going to use, less sheltered, let's put it that way, a less sheltered life, there has been a requirement for black people to have to self-reflect and go through their emotions and process things, process life.
All right, so glad y'all got to see that. Since y'all aren't going to do this type of research, you're not going to ask these questions to other races of men who actually prefer us. Y'all just want to have a figmentation in your brain. You want to try to keep us below y'all. Okay, y'all don't want other people to be with us, but for the black women out there, I think that this type of stuff is not going to change until y'all start opening your mind and get from under this bondage and this belief, this foolish belief that these same men who always want to talk about, oh, you swirl, they want to say all that, but they quick to go run to every other race, and they want to say, successful black women are the most to be single or least likely to be married. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that loyalty out of every other race of women, black women are the most loyal to black men. But it's literally the opposite, because black men are the least loyal to black women. So it's just like, y'all need to rethink, okay, a lot of things that y'all been taught, the bondage that y'all been under, and open yourselves up to other races of men. I'm not saying go run and pander, but they got some good looking Latino men, white men, Asian men. Okay, they got Middle Eastern men. They have people with good, wonderful hearts. Okay, that are of your soulmate may not have the same color skin as you, and that's all right. Most of us in America, we're mixed with the same goddamn thing anyway. So any of these people talking about, oh, you're diluting the race, y'all been diluting race since day one. So stop saying that stupid crap. Ain't no delusion of races. It's 2022. Okay, we're beyond that. Anybody got time for that? Be with who wants to be with you. Be with the people who make you happy and who appreciate you and who appreciate your value, who respect you, who want to build with you, who want to love you for you. They're not going to be comparing you to other races. They're not going to be comparing you to other women. They're not going to be constantly testing you and playing games with you. Be with the people who are genuine, whether that is a black man, a white man, Chinese, Asian, it don't matter. If you're a straight woman, why the hell are you what? What? You got 50% of the goddamn population. Stop playing with these children, okay? If these children, okay, don't want to deal with you, don't deal with them. And I think dark-skinned women, there's a lot of dark-skinned women that, you know, they got it right. They said, you know what? These white men out here choosing. You know, and I'm gonna choose them too. I'm tired of playing with these fools, constantly trying to tell me what I'm not, what I am, and blah, 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 I'm gonna go with these white men. Okay, and the white man, he appreciate me. We're cool. He's not threatened by what I got going on, and he appreciate my dark skin. He tell me all the time. You be with who wants to be with you. God diggity. All right, I'll see y'all in the next video. I know y'all gonna be bad, but I don't give a goddamn. Like, subscribe, comment, get you a black girl, okay? Cuff her, put a ring on it, and shut the fuck up. All right, bye. See ya.